Hey everybody, it's late o'clock and I have a video plan. So every once in a while I will get an idea in my head that will not leave until I get it down on paper. It's not always fun when that happens. This particular instance, I've seen a lot of people do these redraws where they'll take something that they drew maybe 10, so many years ago, or like even from their childhood. Redesigning things, fixing things up, drawing it a little bit more accurate to how their current style is, things like that. I suddenly had a very vivid memory in my head of me being in kindergarten class, painting a picture on my birthday. That painting has yet to be found. Because I'm sure it's just in storage somewhere where no one has been able to find it yet and has not just been thrown away. But I digress. Basically we're just going to pretend that I have this drawing. I'll even maybe do a really, really quick recreation of it up in the corner, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what it was that I had done. That's basically what this is. I am very tired, but we'll just roll with it. So, I don't remember entirely what this drawing looked like, but I remember, and keep in mind I was using, like kindergarten colors, because again, I was in kindergarten, so it was just your basic, 5-6 color paint sets, so there wasn't a whole lot for me to work with. But I remember that it had a blue background, and I remember I had a whole bunch of brightly colored balloons in the background. Maybe not do blue on blue. I don't think I would have done blue on blue then, and I'm not gonna do it now. This is looking an awful lot nicer than it probably did at the time. And then I remember I had this brown cat, and he had his hands up, and he was all happy, because it was his birthday too. I don't know who this was. I don't know what his name was. I don't know why I drew this exactly, but I remember doing it. He had a red shirt on, because at the time, red was my favorite color. Pretty sure that I drew blue jeans on, every character that I drew. What am I doing? Probably had cartoony looking eyes, and pretty sure, I don't know if I had pink, but I think he had a pink nose. Big old cat smile like that. I think he more had a smile like that. Yeah. No, that's a bit too good for age. Yep, that's better. Sure, good enough. Probably 6th or 7th birthday that looked a little bit something like that. I've been wanting to do a character for a little while that had kind of a beanie body, kind of like that had really long legs. Really, really long legs. I have a feeling this cat was supposed to be some kind of superhero for some reason, but I'm not totally sure what I was going for. So I want him to have kind of a bend. Have his head here, one leg like that, one leg like that. This is going to be a tall boy, let me tell you. Going to have crossed arms. I don't know who this was, where you came from, cat boy man, but whoever he was probably very cool. You'll also do that kind of design where it's got both the ears on the side of the head, kind of like Gumball. I think Gumball has those. Okay, maybe not to the extreme that I'm going for. So designing a character, we want to try to go with threes Man, we are at a point where not a whole lot of what I'm gonna say is gonna make any amount of sense at all. Why am I doing this? I'm not quite sure where to put it. Curve it around that way. Yeah, actually. Yeah, nice little C shape. And then we'll give this boy a very smug look. Yeah, just like that. What a cool boy that is. Very, very cool. So I want to get a nice bend in his torso like this. Yeah, what a cool looking boy. I'm going to be saying that a lot. His neck is a little bit too thick. We'll add that in a little bit later then. I don't really remember a whole lot of things that I used to draw when I was younger. One thing that I do remember a lot is that whenever I would draw a person, because you know a lot of artists have their own way of cheating how they draw hands, because you know hands are like one of the most difficult things to draw. So oftentimes people will have them in pockets all the time, or they'll hide them behind their back, you know, things like that. Little cheats here and there. But what I would do, I would always draw the sleeves way too long and just draw like 3 fingers poking out the bottom. Sure, that looks about right, more or less, I think. I still can't get over this goofy looking garbage. His dumb face. I'm trying to work out how his feet should be. Every time I try to make feet look like they're on the ground line appropriately, I'll always end up overcorrecting this and make it look like both of these are on the same ground line like that, and it never looks good. never looks good. But I still do it anyways. This probably isn't going to end up looking like anything too clean. Mostly just because, you know, it's late. I do want to pretend like I'm going to get some semblance of sleep in tonight. Looking spiffy. I go with go-to eye shape. The corners into points like this. That makes it a little bit more cat-like. I was hoping I would have a little bit more to say about things that I drew back when I was younger, but it really is coming all that much to mind. I remember once drawing a picture of some description exclusively so that I could huff the smelling marker smell off of it. Yeah, what a cool looking boy that looks like. I think he needs some whiskers though. Something up here that's not quite looking right though. And I think he needs some kind of like hair tuft or markings or something right across his forehead. What do Converse look like? Oh wow, cool, Google. That's just exactly what I wanted. Fortnite Converse. Perfect. Sure that's looking about right. We have to make sure we just don't ruin the other one. Good enough for me. What are the names of those things again? Varsity jackets. I always kind of liked the look of those. I mean, that probably had something to do with the fact that I liked the color red so much. How do the colors of those work? Boy, I'm gonna have fun editing this later. There, that looks like a varsity jacket, kind of, probably, maybe. These are 2 very, very different characters now. My first instinct is to just, like, slap some kind of spikes up there, but then that's just Danny Phantom as a cat, and that's not what we want.
He's a cat!
You could spike it up, maybe? Give him some kind of curl like that. I don't know if I like that or not. You know what, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that. I might go over it again later, actually give it some nice looking line work, but this is just a sketch. It doesn't have to be super perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, they say as I hit the line. I really don't know why I felt so compelled to redraw this character, because again, I don't remember anything about it. I don't remember what I named him. I don't think I ever drew him more than one time. I'm hoping that at some point later on I can actually find some legitimate drawings that I did when I was significantly younger so that I can redraw those, not just work from memory. I'm now suddenly very worried about what I'm going to end up calling this video when it comes out. One thing that I can say is that I did not know how to paint. I didn't know how to paint for a long time because they never really gave us, while I was going through school, like a good idea of how to go about making brush strokes. On top of that, they would never give us any like thin brushes to work with, and since I'm so like focused on attention to detail, that was awful. It's like even now you can see what I'm doing with such like a thin brush, and like they would give us something like this. It's like I can't work with this. I flat out can't. I'm sorry. So many times I would get like not the best marks in art classes just because they would have assignments that were so painting driven. And I would always get like teacher comments on things like that. It's like, oh, I was so disappointed that Beth didn't give her 100% with this assignment when she seemed so keen on art with everything else. And it's like, I did. I did give it my 100%. I'm just, yeah, I can be good at different areas of art all I want to be. No one taught me how to use the utensils. Tools is more appropriate. Once I got into high school, they would have a assignment where essentially had to go to a local business during the holiday season and paint over their windows with something festive. I don't think I have all of them saved, every single one that I did. I know I still have one floating around where I drew Perry the Platypus in a Santa hat. I think the last time I ever painted a window, one of those classes, was when it was shortly after Pokemon Black and White came out, I think. So it was on a cafeteria, no, a cafe of some kind, like a bakery or something to do with food. And I drew Litwick and Cubchoo. I think Cubchoo had a present in his hands that he was giving to the Litwick. And I remember showing this to a friend of mine who is a lot more deep into Pokemon lore than I ever was. And they got a little bit upset with me because they said that Cubchoo's soul was getting stolen away by it, and that I was a monster for putting those two in the same location. I also remember that something happened that year where the guy that I was supposed to paint with on that building, he didn't get his permission slip signed to go uptown, or he dropped the class, or something along those lines. Something happened. And I ended up having to paint one on either side of their door because they had two big glass windows. And I'm pretty sure that I traced over my Litwick so that I would get like a reverse image on either side of the door. And then I drew a different Pokemon, I'm pretty sure, with him, but I don't remember what it was exactly. I think it might have been the ice cream one, the double scoop ice cream one, or it might have been Teddy Ursa. I have a feeling I kind of stuck with the winter Pokemon theme. Yeah, now I'll get this tail going. I don't know if I'm very good at talking to myself. I think I probably should have gone with a thicker brush, but we're in too late now. We've committed to the bit, so can't backtrack. You know, probably the reason why I've lately felt so super compelled to draw a cat person is that I watched Final Space recently, and that had some cat people in it. And that is something I have some opinions on, because I very much like the story, but comedy I do not. It fell very flat for me. I laughed maybe twice, but I'm probably going to be watching season 2. I might change his brows up a little bit. Get some good old classic DreamWorks posing in there. Because again, this is a cool boy that we are drawing. That is an exceptionally cool boy. And then we just fill everything in. I very much was a cat person growing up. I'm definitely not one of those people that are opposed to dogs exactly. I think some of them can be fine, but I do have a preference for cats. They are smaller and significantly cuddlier most of the time. A good friend of mine and I took a fourth year art together, and I remember he had gone away to a different school for a little while, so we hadn't seen each other in a long while. He just moved back into the area to take his final year. He and I had to do a assignment together where it involved writing, and my handwriting was significantly nicer looking than his was. I ended up getting stuck as scribe, and I couldn't remember this. A friend of mine's name is Isaac, for the record, and I couldn't for the like of me remember how to spell his name. So I started by, alright, I is a C K, and then realized that that didn't look right. So just gave up at a certain point and started duplicating every letter that there was. And then for whatever reason slapped a 7 at the end. So that was a little bit of an in-joke for a while. Still is to a certain extent. Start off with this brown color that we originally had. It should be brighter, actually. Some dark colored jeans. Yeah, what a spiffy looking boy. How are Converse colored? I wouldn't know. I closed my tab. Closer to black color. Maybe not that one. The little rotten strawberry color. Sure, that works, I think. This pink nose. Maybe some greenish yellowy eyes. Yeah. Good looking boy. I didn't fill that in correctly. That's why that was looking off. That's better. So I'm just to push his tail a little bit further back and behind his legs, putting way more work into this than I should be. There we go, there's our boy. Alright, so that was an hour and a half or so of my time that I won't be getting back. I don't know why I was so compelled to do this at 1 o'clock in the morning, but we're here now. Thanks for tuning in and all that. I'll probably have some nice little goodies in the description down below once I upload this. Catch me on social media, follow me in different places, keep tabs on what kind of other artistic stuff that I'm working on. You can also support me on Patreon if you aren't already, to get access to what I'm hoping to be the full uncut version of this video. If you want. I don't know how entertaining it'll be, but it will be there. Thanks again for stopping by on all that. I don't know how to end videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash all those buttons and sign up for Dollar Shave Club.